What's up YouTube, it's the one and only Legend of Winning, aka Low, and I'm back with another video. Now, over the past couple of days, I think we all have heard these rumors of what the Cleveland Cavaliers are willing to do during this offseason to get better. Obviously, losing to the Golden State Warriors in 5 games definitely proves that the Cavaliers are probably further removed than what they initially believed they were. So drastic changes are pretty obvious. Moves that need to be made are something that I think a lot of people believe will happen within the next couple of months. Now, people have been constantly talking about they need to change their personnel, regardless if it's their bench productivity. Players such as Iman Shumpert, Darren Williams, Kyle Korver were definitely disappointing in the NBA Finals, but obviously, as we all have come too comfortable with saying Kevin Love's name, K-Love seems like he's going to be the scapegoat for this failure. A lot of people are looking at Kevin Love's numbers. They're looking at how disappointing he has consistently been in the NBA Finals in the last 2 appearances. Obviously, it's pretty clear that Kevin Love may be the one that needs to be moved, and a lot of trade rumors have been circling around the idea of trading Kevin Love for Paul George, especially because Paul George, he's on the last year of his contract. Indiana really hasn't made any significant moves for Paul George, and obviously if you're Indiana, you're a small market team, you want to get something in return for Paul George. Then on the other hand, for the Cleveland Cavaliers, Paul George, he's going to give you that 3-point shooting. He's going to be a much better defender than Kevin Love, much more athletic than Kevin Love, more dynamic. He's going to be a better playmaker as well, and hopefully you can get a bit more consistency on the offensive end from Paul George compared to Kevin Love as well. However, in my opinion, those are not the problems with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Obviously, if you have an upgrade from Kevin Love to Paul George, that would help in some regards. Don't get me wrong. I am far removed from the idea of not getting Paul George to join the Cleveland Cavaliers with LeBron and Kyrie. That sounds fantastic. However, the bigger problem with the Cleveland Cavaliers really isn't a personnel problem, it's a technical problem. The problem with the Cavaliers is their offensive schemes and what they do on the defensive end, and a lot of that has to just do with coaching. And this is a problem that LeBron has had throughout his entire career, dating obviously back to his early parts where you had Mike Brown coaching the Cleveland Cavaliers. Obviously, Mike Brown isn't the most offensive technical coach out there. He definitely spends a lot more time on the defensive end. So LeBron was left with really orchestrating that offense. And that's something that I've seen from LeBron consistently through his career. Because what people fail to realize with Kevin Love in the offense, it's not like Kevin Love is really implemented into the offense that much. Outside of the first couple of plays here and there where they kind of get Kevin Love involved, Kevin Love for the most part is standing in the corner, and that's really all he does. Matter of fact, I have a couple of clips I want to show you all of what they run for their offensive sets. So this right here is the first play. Kyrie's bringing the ball up. JR sets the screen. They switch, and I want to freeze it right here. LeBron is standing still. Kevin Love in the corner standing still. J.R. Smith is now drifting off in the corner. He's going to stand still. And Tristan Thompson is running baseline. So again, if we're going to switch out Kevin Love and put Paul George there, does it really even matter? I mean, does it really matter? Because this is the offense that they run. Everybody's just standing still. And we're going to run it real quick. Kyrie's going to just run ISO ball. And there's a turnover. That's the offense that they run. It doesn't matter if you switch it out. So here we go, next play. Again, Kyrie has a ball in his hand. We're going to pause it right here. Everybody's just jumbled up on the right side of the court. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, that we're switching out Richard Jefferson for Paul George. It's not like RJ's really doing anything. LeBron is behind the 3-point line. JR is going to get behind the 3-point line as well. And we're going to run it. Kyrie just ISOs out. Now he gets a call there. I don't know why it's a call, but again, that's their offense. Yet again, another play. LeBron brings the ball up. He's going to give the ball to Kyrie. Kyrie's going to give the ball right back to LeBron in the post. We're going to pause here. And again, Kyrie standing at the top of the key. JR is off to the side. RJ is off to the side. And Tristan Thompson is on the baseline. This is their offense that they run, people. It's not really much. And even as you see Richard Jefferson, he's going to set the screen for Kyrie at the top of the 3. Watch how Kyrie comes off the screen. It's not like he's coming off with any urgency. He just walks off the screen. And LeBron puts up a really, really bad shot. JR gives the ball to Kyrie. Kyrie is isoing on Patrick McCaw. And everybody just stands still. JR at the top of the key. LeBron standing towards the wing. And RJ is in the corner. So again, even if we replace RJ with Paul George, if this is the offense that they're going to run, who cares? It does not mean anything. This is the offense that they run. This is the problem with the team. Has very little to do with personnel. But look at this play. Look at J.R. Smith in the middle of the court. Everybody just stands still. Again, this is the first quarter. This is not me cherry picking different plays. This is the first quarter of the NBA Finals in a game in which the Cavaliers have to win. Everybody stands still. So now here we go. And that's a block. Like that's their offense. And finally, here's one more play. This is a terrible play from Darren Williams. Again, corner shooter on both sides, standing still. J.R. Smith is going to come down. He's going to stand still as well. Darren Williams is going to wait for LeBron to give him the screen. And then watch this terrible entry pass from Darren Williams. Should have been a bounce pass, but that's an easy steal. And they go on the other end. But I think y'all get what I'm saying. That's the offense that they run. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what they're going to do with this personnel issue. If the offense is give the ball to Kyrie, give the ball to LeBron, let them ISO, let them be the one to draw double teams, that's not really going to help anybody. Because if Paul George gets replaced for Kevin Love and Paul George is just standing in the corner, who really cares? But the biggest reason why I wanted to point this out is for two reasons. One, this is the biggest reason why when LeBron gets off the court, the offense just shuts down for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They don't know what they're doing because, again, everything has to go through either Kyrie or LeBron. Second thing I want to point out, LeBron is getting at a stage of his career where he really shouldn't have to do things like this. The fact that LeBron averaged a triple-double in the NBA Finals, that's great, that's dandy. However, we do need to realize that at this stage in LeBron's career, eventually he's going to slow down. At some point in his career, he's going to have to give up some of this responsibility to someone else. And I'm not referring to give the ball to Kyrie and let him ISO. I'm talking about LeBron legitimately being in a system where he doesn't have to handle the ball, where he's moving off ball, and LeBron isn't left with the responsibility to do everything. The greatest example of this is Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan was at a stage of his career where he could have kept putting up ridiculous numbers because Tim Duncan was phenomenal. However, at the age of 29, that's when Tim Duncan stopped consistently averaging 20 points. And it's not because Tim Duncan couldn't do it because he was only 29. It's because he was implemented into a system where Popovich straight up told him, yo, you're not going to do all of this anymore. What we're going to do is give the ball to Tony, give the ball to Manu, allow them to initiate the offense, allow them to orchestrate and organize the offense. You're going to become more face-up oriented. We're going to involve you in more pick and rolls. You will need to adjust, but this right here will definitely allow you to continue to contend with years and years to come. But what people need to recognize is with LeBron getting older, he cannot continue to sustain this level of excellence. So it doesn't really matter because if Paul George just stands in the corner, he's going to become the exact same thing that Kevin Love and Chris Bosh became when they joined the team with LeBron, and that is spot-up shooters whose numbers take a massive hit and everybody's immediately just going to blame that person without recognizing the bigger picture, which is the offense. But before I let y'all go, shout out to Micah Adams. He put this out on Twitter. I retweeted it and I liked it. Make sure you follow me on Twitter just so y'all get a better understanding of where I'm coming from. In games 3 and 4, Kyrie and LeBron dribbled for a combined 1,673 times. The entire Warriors team dribbled the ball for 1,501 times. That's how much they rely on Kyrie and LeBron. But with all that being said, leave a comment in the comment section below if you feel like I'm wrong or if I'm right. Also hit the subscribe button because I will be uploading pretty consistently within the next week because we all know the draft is right around the corner. And with all that being said, people, I'll see you all later. Peace.